Have you fed your soul today? 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 The Hungry Poets TV. Have you fed your soul today?
Hey y'all! Hey, it's your girl Mika J.Woods. Welcome to another episode of the Hungry Poets TV. I'm so glad you all decided to come and get your soul fed today. I appreciate you all, and I'm so glad to see you. So I'm gonna get right into this show because we have a jam-packed episode. All right, so first up, we have the meal of the month. The meal of the month is provided by the meal of the month this month is provided by Chef Pat Lee. You can find him on Instagram at Cooking with Pat Lee. All right. Now, what we have coming up for you is called Cajun Two Times, and that's time spelled T-H-Y-M-E-S. So Cajun Two Times is actually two meals, not one. Shout out to Pat Lee for making it double the fun. So the first meal up is the Cajun chicken breast, and then it's a Cajun wrap. So check out Cooking with Pat Lee.
What is going on, y'all? I'm Chef Pat Lee here with two exciting recipes exclusively for the Hungry Poets TV. Now, the first recipe is a delicious pan-seared Cajun chicken breast complemented with white rice and grilled asparagus. The second recipe is my take on a chicken wrap that's refreshing, flavorful, and uses the natural aromatics of thyme. You might even say, I made Cajun 2 times. Now we're gonna dive right into the pan-seared Cajun chicken meal first. So to get started, we wanna get our chicken nice and seasoned. Now before we do that, I wanna stress that you should be cleaning your chicken prior to cooking. I don't mean washing it under a faucet, but simply giving it a bath in some vinegar, lemon, or lime juice, and a little bit of water. Not cleaning your chicken is unsanitary, and if you don't clean your chicken, don't talk to me. Now for my method of seasoning, I started with a bit of kosher salt. The grains of kosher salt are more coarse, which enhances the flavor of your food, unlike regular table salt. So I always advise to use this sparingly when cooking. And when seasoning, make sure you're seasoning all sides of your chicken, ensuring each part gets some coverage. Next, this is a blend of cayenne pepper, Cajun seasoning, and Spanish paprika. Now with this, you get a proper balance of heat from all three, and that paprika helps with the smokiness of the chicken. Next, I added a blend of white pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, which helps to give it a bit of sweetness. Coat each of your chicken pieces with the seasoning until they're universally covered in your mix. Now, I'll be the first to admit, as a home cook, that making chicken breast can be kind of intimidating because one, no one wants an undercooked breast. I mean, who wants to cut into a piece of chicken and see that it's raw and pink in the middle? Not me. Two, you don't want to overcook your chicken, and that can lead to an extremely dry chicken breast, which isn't good for anybody. So if you cook it this way, I guarantee each and every time you have a flavorful, juicy piece of meat. Now here comes the fun part. You want to get your cast iron or non-stick pan ready with about 1 to 2 tablespoons of a high heat oil. I recommend avocado or grapeseed oil, but if you don't have those on hand, vegetable oil is perfectly fine. Now once your pan starts to smoke, add your chicken breast to the pan facing away from you to avoid any splashback because no one wants to burn themselves cooking. Trust me, I've done it a couple of times before. You're going to want to cook your chicken breast on the first side for about 6 to 7 minutes. Give those breasts a flip and let it cook for about 30 seconds to a minute on the other side. Now for this next part, we're going to treat the chicken like a steak and baste it. But first to baste, we're going to go ahead and add about 3 cubes of cold butter, 2 cloves of garlic, and a few sprigs of thyme, and you're going to want to start basting your chicken. Now the reason why we're basting is because we want to keep that chicken nice and juicy while also helping the cooking process speed up a little bit. So you're going to want to continue to baste and baste and baste for about 5 more minutes. You're going to want to finish the chicken off in a preheated oven at about 350 degrees for about 5 more minutes or until your chicken reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees. So please make sure that your pan is oven safe. The total cooking process should take about 15 minutes. Now we're going to take this ordinary white rice and make it into something flavorful and fragrant. Now for the rice, you want to take a cup of white rice and give it a few rinses under cold water. Now rinsing your rice will remove any surface starches or debris, which can cause your rice to taste gummy and not cook properly. Rinse it until the water looks clear, just like this. Now this is a trick that I learned a while ago that helps not only your rice cook better, but taste fluffier and more delicious. And you don't even need a rice cooker. Simply, you want to go ahead and get your non-stick pan and place it on medium-high heat. Once you put a nice neutral oil in your hot pan and the oil shimmers, add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter until it starts to melt. Now as it melts, you want to go ahead and add a freshly chopped shallot to the pan and let it cook until it starts to change color. Now if you don't have shallots, onions are perfectly fine. Now once the shallot begins to toast up a bit, add your rinsed rice and toast for about 30 seconds to a minute, constantly stirring, letting the oil, butter, and shallots work their way into your rice. Now, I would personally recommend using a wooden spoon for this, just so you don't scratch up your pan, but just make sure you use it in a utensil that won't damage your pan in the process. Now, once you've done this, add about 2 cups of broth or water to your pan and stir until all your rice is covered. Reduce your heat and cover with a lid, cooking for about 15 or 20 minutes or until your rice looks like this. Look at that, just absolutely perfect, and it smells amazing. Now last, but certainly not least, it's time for your grilled asparagus. Now similar to your chicken, you want to put 1 to 2 tablespoons of your high heat oil into a pan. Now once your pan is hot enough, simply just throw in asparagus and season with salt, fresh black pepper, and garlic powder. Asparagus takes about a good 5 to 6 minutes to cook, and once that's done, set aside until you're ready to serve your meal. Now we're ready to get our plating going. Now, if you want to plate your rice properly, simply grab a ramekin or a small cup and fill it with your rice. Place the plate on top of the ramekin and flip until the rice comes out looking like this. Add your asparagus and then your beautifully seared chicken breast. You could top with a nice white sauce, butter sauce, or if you're feeling kind of bougie, get some of this wonderful infused oil from truff. This is a simple recipe that always passes the vibe check in my household. Now with the leftover chicken, we're gonna make ourselves a nice healthy Cajun wrap that's full of flavor and packed with deliciousness. I make these often with chicken, but you can substitute it with shrimp or even salmon, but it's something that you need to add in your dinner rotation. First, we're gonna start off by cutting up some fresh cucumbers into cubes. Next, take a couple of sprigs of green onion and slice them real thinly. The veggies help give it a sense of freshness and amazing bite to it as well. Take some of that chicken breast and cut it up into cubes. Just look at that piece of chicken and check out how juicy it is. Now, between you and me, off camera, I took a bite, so no judgment, all right? Now, the next thing you're gonna do is assemble your wrap with your chicken, your onions, and cucumber. Add some croutons, some Parmesan Reggiano cheese, and a sauce of your choosing. Now, this was my homemade white sauce, which if you like the recipe for it, let me know and I'll make a video for you. Now from here, you can put your tortilla together. As an added tip, you can warm up your tortilla in the microwave for about 10 seconds if it's kind of hard to manage while wrapping. Now optionally, you can go ahead and toast your wrap in a cast iron or non-stick skillet for about 2 or 3 minutes per side or until perfectly golden brown. And that's it. You have 2 amazing dinners that will have your guests and family's mouths watering. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I do want to thank the Hungry Poets TV for giving me this opportunity to feature my talents. And of course, if you'd like to see more of my home cooking, check me out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Cooking with Pat Lee. Again, that's Cooking with Pat Lee. Till next time, peace, love, and chicken grease. All right, I'm out.
Hey, welcome back to the Hungry Poets TV. I'm your host, Mika J.Woods. I hope you guys enjoyed our meal of the month, which was Cajun 2 times. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see all of your wonderful comments. Keisha Linton, it does look good and healthy, doesn't it? Stage Fright Magoo, bruh, I am so ready to try this meal. Also, thank you guys for tuning in. So right now, I want to get into our guest, which is our spotlight artist. I want to get into our guest, J. Rose. Welcome, J. Rose of the Rose Garden. Hi. Yes. This is J. Rose of the Rose Garden. This is my buddy. I'm so grateful to have you
I'm
here.
so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here this month. You see, she's all like magically tan.
Yes.
Honey, she just got back from St. Martin.
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
Yes.
You hear me? St. Martin.
Listen, I was all over the scene. St. John, St. Thomas.
I'm telling you, and I'm just so grateful that she made it back for this episode.
Yes.
So, J, besides all of your wonderful TikToks, which I'm so glad to see, can you tell my people who you are and what you do?
Oh, that's such a great question. No. It's always hard for me to answer that because I really do a lot. But I am a spoken word poet from Queens, New York, and what I do. I perform. I'm a curator. I host a talk show. I do brand coaching, graphic design, video editing. So I'm like I guess, multifaceted creative.
Oh,
And right now I do have a lot of projects. So um, where do I even begin? Talk shows, virtual open mics, in-person open mics. I'm so happy to be out again. So I just do a lot. I work with a lot of poets and a lot of creatives. I'm blessed to know a lot of amazing people like you.
I'm blessed to know her. She has been such a support through this show and through this entire platform. She was actually my production assistant on the last episode, so
Yes.
I'm really grateful for her. This time we have a new production assistant. Shout out to Sashi. So now let's get into what else you have going on, right? So recently, J Rose has started doing poetry conferences.
Oh yes.
Yes, with the New York City Public Library, right?
Well, that's coming this summer. That's actually going to be a collaborative program that I'm going to be bringing to them, and it's going to be more for children and introducing poetry to really young children, like ages 0 to 5. So I'm really stepping into a new space that, although it's still related to poetry, I'm not used to doing poetry with children. I used to
Mm-hmm.
usually have, like,
Yes,
adults, or teenagers.
yes,
So this is a new space. I'm really excited about it. So I'm really looking forward to, like, not just like what I'll be able to provide these young minds, but like what they're gonna teach me. Because kids, I have a 6-year old, so kids are very interesting. They're
yes,
teachers.
yes, they are. Kids can either be like the battery in your bag or like the charger to your life.
Yes, or the battery drainer.
But it's like they're always in the bag.
Yes, that's so fact. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to Sashi because she's doing so much. Like right now, she got to run to my bag and get the charger for the laptop because everything is dying. But that's our production assistant. I'm very grateful for her.
She's a sweetheart.
But yes, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. So also,
Yeah.
J Rose, J Rose is short for what exactly?
Well, it comes from, so my real name is Jasmine, and my last name is Rosario. So when I was thinking of like a pen name, I didn't want to be like Jasmine Rosario. I was just like, who am I when I am a poet? Who am I when I'm performing, when I'm writing? And I'm kind of like a different person. So I was like, well, J Rose is kind of like has a little ring to it, so I kind of went with it. It's like people think that my name is Rose all the time, and they call me Rose, and I don't correct them because I'm the type of person is like if I meet you with a certain name, that's what I'm calling you forever. But if you're a DJ, you're like DJ Chinchilla, like that's what I'm calling you forever. So I was like J Rose is fine. They call me Rose. That's me too.
Well, J Rose has a lot of events going on. Like recently, she just celebrated 2 years of her live events, the Rose Garden events, right?
Yeah.
And she does open mic. She does so many things. And then also, she recently had a open mic at Star Bar, which was a huge, huge success. Like I was there, man. I have not seen that many people together at one time since before COVID. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's so many going on. She's also a mom.
Yes.
Wait, speaking of moms, gotta give a shout out to my mom.
I love this shirt.
My mom is so in support of the Hungry Poet that she got this shirt for me with my little haircut.
That's so
You see,
cute.
and it says the Hungry Poet. I'm very grateful.
Hey, Mom, thank you.
Shout out to you, mommy. I'm grateful. Thank you, mommy.
That is dope.
But back to you.
Yeah.
And you're a beautiful kid. I call her son. That's my homeboy.
Yeah, sometimes we call her and be like, come get your friend. Because he is testing me.
He's the homie. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
Me and Phoenix will go get some ice cream.
That's
stuff.
the homie. Right. That's so.
And then her wonderfully sarcastic teenager.
Oh yes, it's funny having like those two dynamics as like my children because one's a boy, one's a girl, one's a teenager, one's like a child, and he's like way more grown than what he is. She's way more grown than what she is, and I'm like, how do I have two adults but they're like children?
Yeah.
So it's really funny, yeah, and the way they like interact with each other. Like she's like, I can't wait for him to get older. He's so annoying, and he like idolizes her, and still like no matter how mean she is to him, he comes back, and I'm like, oh, y'all have a crazy relationship. Like
yes. But have you been virtually? How is virtual school for you as a parent?
So for my daughter, because she's older, it's been more like she's more independently working. The stress is that like she's just not a virtual learner, like, and I get it because neither am I. I'm the type of person that I'd rather be in the classroom with a teacher when I'm going to school. So I've had to adapt to the virtual life myself. I'm teaching virtually now, so it's like, I'm doing like virtual workshops and things like that. So now I'm trying to get used to it. But for her, she kind of like struggled with it a little bit. So now she wants to do like hybrid, go to school some days and do some remote. So we're gonna look into that for the next year. And my son, he's in kindergarten, so he's going to school. He's not doing virtual. But there's been times where they had to do virtual, and that was so stressful because I'm working from home, and then I'm like, log into the Zoom, and I'm like, color the circles, color, and I'm like also like on a call with a client, and I'm like, hold on a second, red, all the circles are red, that's not the red crayon, and I sound crazy.
You know what you need? She needs some wine. Okay. So this wine is very special. Let me show you guys the label. This wine is very special. I got it from a Black-owned liquor store called Liquid Assets in Brooklyn. It is a great liquor store. And the wine itself, Love Drunk by Garage Door. Let me turn it this way. Love Drunk by Garage Door is a Black-owned wine company. I was so grateful to find them. This will be our first time trying it. I've never had it. It is a twist off cap, which I'm grateful for. Because if you know anything about me, honey, she's clumsy. Okay? So we will not be popping any corks on this show.
Let's go.
Yeah, so let's try this. This is Love Drunk by Garage Door. I had to bring it just for her because I'm like,
and it's like rosé, like, it's got
it is a nice rosé. It's a rosé. And I got it with the rose because we're here with J.Woods. Yeah, I'm corny like that. You see the rose?
I'm here for the corniness.
So, cheers to you as we get into my next question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as a mom, do you spend a lot of time in your kitchen?
Not really. I wish I did. I have family at home too, so the old school people like to be in the kitchen, and they do a lot of the cooking in the house. But when I do the cooking, the kids are like really happy because like my family, they cook like plain stuff, and then my kids get tired of it. And then I come through with like, yo, I'm making Greek food. I'm making like tzatziki sauce from scratch and like fettuccine alfredo from scratch. Like everything I do is from scratch. So my kids really get excited, especially my daughter. She's older, so food really excites her. So
of course.
So she'll be sitting there. She'll be like, why you don't cook more often? And I'm like, cause I'm working like weird entrepreneur hours. Like I don't have a normal 9 to 5.
She doesn't understand yet. She
don't get it. She don't. You be seeing me like my day starts at like 7 in the morning, and
she's usually me and her speak on the phone 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, hey Jay, I got a question.
And I'm like, sure.
She's wide awake, and Phoenix is right behind her like,
can I say hi? I'm like,
it's fine. But okay, guys. So since you don't cook a lot, you would actually enjoy our next segment, which is, of course, this is Dine Out on a Dime, where we rate restaurants on 4 different things. We rate restaurants. You heard me? We rate restaurants. We rate restaurants on 4 different things: the dine, the tribe, the scene, and the vibe. Okay, and these things are very important because when you're going out to eat, you want to make sure the staff is friendly. You want to make sure that the restaurant is cool and clean. You want to make sure the food is delicious, and you want to make sure, this is the most important thing, it's the dime, okay, because it's dine out on a dime. I want to make sure that my money is being well spent. Is that not true? Because, like, I'm cheap like that. Judge me if you want to.
But you want to get, you don't want to spend, you go to, like, some restaurants and you'll spend, like, $100 on a meal and the food is trash or like, you barely get any portions. And, no, when I was in St. Thomas, I was all in the mountains, like, getting big plates of food. I was like, yes, this is what life is about.
See,
home-cooked food.
That's what I'm talking about. So this month, the Hungry Poets TV went to the Mac Shack. Okay? And let me tell you, honey, it was delicious. All right. One, I'm already a fan of macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I love macaroni.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Let me just, I'm out here trying. I got weight goals.
Listen.
But the Mac Shack was calling my name, so that's where we went. All right, and it was worth every penny. Check this out. Then we have the McDuffie. The McDuffie is mac and cheese with duck on the inside and caramelized onions and fontina cheese. Next up, we have the lunch special, which came with 4 lemon pepper wings and a green salad. Now, y'all know I like my macaroni and cheese, right? So the option was green salad or mac and cheese, and it was definitely a difficult choice. So we have the McDuffie, the mac and cheese balls, and first thing I'm gonna try is the McDuffie. Right? Here's the prices. The mac and cheese balls were $5. The McDuffie was $11, and the lunch special was $4. Oh wait, no, I'm trying the mac and cheese balls first. It came with a little dipping sauce, but we're not gonna try the first bite with the dipping sauce. Okay? Gotta get my utensils. I was very grateful they gave me utensils and a free soda. Who bet that? Who else is giving you free soda nowadays? People be expensive. They don't even like to give napkins. But let's try these mac and cheese balls, honey. I'm excited for them. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, do you see the pull? That was so good. I might have to hit the rewind for that. Check that. Look at the pull on that cheese. Just the stretching like a white woman doing yoga. I love it. Let me just try and eat this though, y'all. Crunchy. Oh, give me a minute. That was good. That was crunchy. It's cheesy. Let me get a piece and get it in this sauce real quick. Let me try the sauce. Okay. Okay. Okay, Clinton. And the Mac Shack. I see you. Let me get into this McDuffie. Okay. Now, this was delicious. So, slow motion for me. It's crunchy. The sides was baked in well. Just, this was like a moment of romance as I pulled this mac and cheese out. Do you see it? Do you see it? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it stretch. This restaurant is called the Mac Shack, 320 Malcolm X Boulevard. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it was so good. Oh, do you see it? I had to get the close up for y'all. Now, I'm going to catch it with my tongue. Don't judge me, because you did it too. All right? Yes, it was that good. Okay? It was that good. I had to go for the bite. I kind of forgot y'all was watching because it was good. But the duck, so he was not stingy with the duck. You see how much duck I have on my fork? I have to say again, okay? He was not stingy with the duck, baby. Yes, it was good. It was absolutely delicious.
It's some visuals for me.
It's delicious. Delicious. I was so happy with this. Right. And I had to take another bite. But I'm like, let me just get another piece of this mac and cheese balls. Yes, I'm eating with my hands. My mama raised me right. Sorry, mom. But when the food is good, it's good. I'm sorry. Once again, mommy, when the food is good, it's good. All right. Let me get into these. One more bite of this McDuffie, and then I'm gonna get right on in to these lemon pepper wings. Let me get into these lemon pepper wings over here because they were smelling delicious from outside the bag. I could smell a little lemon pepper. Look at that. He gave me a nice dark green salad because I felt like Clinton cared about my health. You know, we out here, we black, we gotta care about our cholesterol. So this lemon pepper wing, do you see it? It was crunchy, but it was baked. What kind of sweet goodness are you trying to pull off, Clinton? All right, that was some. Look, I gotta show y'all. I'm pulling chicken apart and get it right in the camera so y'all can see. Ain't no pink in the sink on this chicken. It was cooked through and through. All right, delicious. Now, I want to eat the chicken the right way, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to be that savage on camera and devour it like that. I was trying to be classy, sort of. I tried to be classy, sort of. But anyway, so I want to let you guys know that the Mac Shack was everything. Every single part of it was great. I'm going to show you the store right after this, and you guys can see the store for yourself. As we walk in, he gave dipping sauces, he gave napkins, he gave utensils, and you get a free soda. Come on. I was very happy with the Mac Shack. So stay tuned. In a few seconds, we'll give you the rating of what the Hungry Poets TV rates the Mac Shack of Brooklyn. Sorry, technical difficulty. Sorry, we're having a bit of technical difficulties today. All right, so the Hungry Poets rates the Mac Shack a 5 out of 5, guys. 5 out of 5. This is the inside of the Mac Shack as we walk in. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi today, but you guys, the video is breaking up. But this is the inside. As we walk in, you'll see that there is a cool macaroni theme. Now, if it wasn't for COVID, there would probably be benches and stuff on this side. But due to COVID, hey, take your food to go. Now, if you turn around and you look at the counter, you'll see the owner, Clinton Filbert, sitting right there, and the cool macaroni walls, which make for a really good Instagram filter. I really tried to show you guys the menu when I was there. But I couldn't get a good picture of it. Once again, that's the owner. Ain't he cute, ladies? He's cute, he's handsome, and I think he's single, so get in where you fit in. That's what I'm talking about, ladies. He could cook too. But so after that, I'm gonna show you guys the menu. They have many, many, many different things on their menu, including the Mac of the day. Now, the Mac of the day changes with each day of the week. And they also have lunch specials and they have Mac combos. But the killer part is they have vegan options. Okay, honey? They got vegan options. The vegan options are just as good as the regular options. So I am here to let you know that the Mac Shack gets rated 5 out of 5 for the Hungry Poets TV. The food, the dine, the vibe, and the tribe were amazing. I am so here for it. I will be back. I might even try those vegan options. Nah, I'm not. Look at you. Look at her. That's why she's skinny. Because I'm not. I'm here for the mac and cheese stuff. And I'll bring anybody with me. Tell Clinton that I sent you. Tell Clinton you came from the Hungry Poets. All right. Now I am back here.
That looks so good. I couldn't be quiet. I was like, J. Rose was like, I want to try that. I want that. That looks good.
But so I hear you have a piece that you would like to share with us. I just want you to give us some information on that piece first.
Sure, I'll share a piece. It's actually one of the first pieces that I started performing with when I decided to take the stage. I'd been writing for over 20 years, and I decided about 6 years ago that I was going to start performing. So it was a very scary moment. So this was a piece that I kind of introduced the world to J. Rose with this piece, and it's titled "The Bad Bitch Syndrome." And it's a piece more about women empowerment. It comes from a story when I was younger, when I was like hot tenderoni, you know what I'm saying, back in those days, and walking down the street and two guys, kind of like talking about me, and I could hear them, and one of them called me a bad bitch, and I was like, damn, like that's aggressive, right? So the piece, came from like what the meaning of like a bad bitch really is. So it's kind of like one of those like, let's change the narrative a little bit, let's just take a break and change the narrative for a second.
All right, honey. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm about to set J. Rose up for her very own performance, okay? Let me get out of your way. All right, honey?
Sure.
All right.
Have you fed your soul today?
Let it focus.
Hi.
Where you at? Why are we not focused?
I'm a ghost.
Just step in and step out.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
All right. So thank you so much. I'm going to be sharing my piece, The Bad Bitch Syndrome. I see you admiring the Boricua jeans in my jeans. That's right. These curves were cultivated by rice and beans. Your eyes devour me as if they haven't feasted in weeks, but you're too blind to see that there's true gems in me. There's true gems in me. Do you hear me? There's true gems in me. My womb controlled by the moon like the waves of the seas. My strength fed by the labor fruits of Mother Earth, and my path beaten, yet resilient. Enduring more pain and suffering than any man can stand. The threshold's pretty high for what it's worth, so no, I'm no bad bitch. You see, bad bitches chew holes in your clothes and they bury your keys in the ground. I pierce your mind with spears of knowledge and I bury the notion that my body's your playground. Bad bitches play fetch. They don't even bring back the stick. I got time for your games of that bullshit you spit. But you don't hear me though. You too busy breaking your neck to catch a glimpse of the switch in my hips. So in no way, shape, or form am I a household pet. Get it straight, my dude. I'm no bad bitch. You see me? I'm a muse of my own creations. And I use the language of art to express who I am. But you seem to be lost in translation. I'm a soldier of my own revolution, and my battle cries will never fall upon your deaf ears. So here, revel in this rebel solution. So for the last time, this queen from Queens is no bad bitch. See, bad bitches, they chained up to anything that'll hold them down. Meanwhile, I stride with my head held high, rocking wisdom on my crown. Majestic gems affixed to my thoughts. I'm dropping jewels of guidance, paradise of virtues. Through my pupils, they shine. And all you gotta do is take a look in my eyes and see that being a bad bitch is a false reality. My queens, you're the royal bearers of our future. You're the fire that simmers in the eyes of truth. Please understand that the last thing you want to be called is a bad bitch. Because bad bitches sleep outside and get beat with rolled up New York Times for shitting inside. You feel me? That's my piece.
Woo! Oh my goodness. Guys, that was amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for you, J. Rose, for joining us. God, did y'all hear that? She said bad bitches get hit with rolled up newspapers.
I was not ready for that. That's the last time I'm gonna call myself a bad bitch. I ain't gonna lie. I call me guilty. I've called myself a bad bitch a time or two. But now it's like, nah, I'm a queen. I'm a queen. Let me fix my crown. Is it crooked? Is it crooked? Well, hey, she will help me fix my crown as the queen that she is. But now, guys, I want to get into something special for you, right? So I have after me, of course. I have a very special performance by a wonderful, wonderful artist. And girls, girls, guys, people, let me tell you, the Hungry Poets is international. Okay. I'm very excited about this. We have an amazing artist that's going to perform his hit new single. I was so happy that I could get him to come on this show because he's going places. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Aaron Ridge to the Hungry Poets. He's with us virtually, okay?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hi, Aaron. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm so glad you can be here.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for. Oh my God, my throat just gave up on me halfway through that sentence. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about you?
I can. So I mean, we talked about this what like 2 days ago, but the Hungry Poets is now international because I am from Canada. I live in Toronto. Yeah, yeah, which is like the city. But no, I'm joking. But yeah, no. I'm an R&B singer. I am terrible at biographies. Clearly.
It's fine.
Yeah,
How long
but
have you been singing?
oh gosh, how long have I been singing? Well, or just in general. um, I've been. It's funny because I started singing, I guess, like 9, 10 years ago. Started doing it well probably about like 5 years ago. Before I sang, I actually used to like rap, which is an interesting time.
You
Uh,
rap?
yeah, I used to, and then I stopped. I was like, yeah. You know what the funny thing is? I can't even front like it was like oh, I wasn't good at rapping or anything like that, and that's why I stopped. It was high key because like I started doing singing gigs, and then people started inviting me to weddings, and then I was like, oh, y'all will pay me to sing. Ain't nobody paying, like nobody was paying me as a rapper to pull up at their wedding and just spit bars. So
Hit it with the
pretty much, yeah. Like nobody. There's not a huge market for that. So I was like, all right, y'all want me to sing this Ed Sheeran? All right, cool. Here you go. Thinking out loud for the 50th time this week. Let's do it. And
Now you've made it to a point where you don't have to sing Ed Sheeran times a week.
I mean, every now and then you still guys sing a 1-2, but I do fortunately get to do a lot more of my own music stuff now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So you know what I would like to hear? I would love to hear your new hit single.
You want to hear Empty? Fantastic.
Say that again.
I said, oh, you want to hear Empty?
Oh, of course. This is what I'm here for.
All right, then we gotta do Empty. Here we go. This is, I guess I'll give you like a little preamble to the song. So this song is called Empty to everybody who's listening. It's basically just a drunk text song. So it's just a drunk text with like a sprinkle more soul to it. But still very much a drunk text. But here we go. This song's called Empty. Late at night, I text you when I shouldn't. I can't help it when you cross my mind. That's when I say all the things I couldn't. Like how I wish that one day you'll be mine. I could never say this while I'm sober. I don't have the courage or the words. But the next day when I'm still hungover, you act like they're things you've never heard. For I only love you when the glass is empty. Oh, you tempt me to say what's on my mind, yes. You know you love it when my glass gets empty. So you let me tell you how I'm feeling every time, every time. Oh, you love when I start talking reckless. Things that friends don't really say to friends. Sometimes things I say may leave you breathless. Like what we'd do if we had days to spend. I could never say this while I'm sober. I just need a drink to get my nerve. But the next day when I'm still hungover, you're still hanging on to every word. Oh, I only love you when the glass is empty. Oh, you tempt me to say what's on my mind, yes. You know you love it when my glass gets empty. So you let me tell you how I'm feeling every. I only love you when the glass gets empty. Oh, you let me say what's on my mind, yes. You know you love it when my glass gets empty. So you let me tell you how I'm feeling every time, every time, every time. Yeah, so that is empty. That is, yeah.
You put your mic. You put your mic.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh,
gosh,
Thank you so much.
absolutely
absolutely
amazing.
amazing.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful
So
that
grateful
you
that
came to
you
the Hungry
came to the
Poets
Hungry Poet
and
and shared
shared
that with us.
I'm grateful that you
Oh
had
my
Oh
me. Thank
my
you
gosh.
so
God.
much.
People
Like
are
you
in the
reached
People
out
are
to
in
me
the
and
comments
everything.
comments just
spoken about
spoken
you.
about you.
I saw a couple comments and I was like, oh, I couldn't stop and be like, thank you. But I seen to you peoples who said my song was nice. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Oh, that
that
was
was absolutely
absolutely
amazing.
amazing.
So,
So,
guys,
Hmm.
guys,
what is up
what
next?
is up?
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. I'm
Aaron.
sorry.
Thank
The
you. I'm
comments,
sorry. The
people are
comments,
still in the
people are
comments.
still in the
He
comments.
sounds real
He sounds
good.
real good.
Loving it,
Loving
brother.
it, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
this
No,
that was
you got a dope little crowd too.
so thank
So
you.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
Shout
your
out to
crowd be
Shout
them.
out to them.
engaging. Yeah, shout out to y'all because like that's serious support. Y'all are dope. So thank y'all so much. Um, quick plug: if you like that song, you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, all that fun stuff. Empty by Aaron Rich.
That was beautiful. I am for share that on my spot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, guys, right? Y'all know that I cannot leave the Hungry Poets and not do my very own poem, right? So, let me see what I got for you today. So, this is the Hungry Poets TV. I feel like I should share this piece that I have with you that I wrote called Unseasoned Food, which is not what you get from me, but I've gotten it from somebody, and it's actually a love poem. So, here it goes. Have you ever dated someone and it's like, you gotta be kidding me? I mean, come on, son. I know that I was getting restless, maybe even a bit fidgety, but did you have to give me someone so whack, lustless? Might I even say wiggity? This dude is whack, boring. He has no luster. I'm honestly thinking of calling this dude a straight up buster. After sex, I'm ready to run a marathon. I'm not even flustered, but I care for him. I might. I'm pretty sure I must have because break up with him, I cannot. It's the courage I can't muster. We lasted 2 years and he helped me work through my commitment fears, but something never felt right when we came home at night. We'd have an argument or a fight, and once it's over, he's like, "Want to have makeup sex?" And I'm like, "Ah, yeah, I guess. All right." No excitement, no joy, not even in the slight. Even when I haven't seen him in a while, it's like out of mind, out of sight. I feel as if we should be more together in this fight, like the ties and strings that hold together a kite. One without the other means we'll never take flight. Now, I don't mean to be rude, but this dude reminds me of unseasoned food. It's like, what the hell? Do you need some hot sauce, dude? Because the flavor that you're spewing is just crude. Where's the sasson so I can sprinkle it, turn him orange, and spice up his mood? I wish I would have been warned, put on, or clued, because at this point, I'm ready to join the peanut gallery yelling, boo. I'm so frustrated. I'm ready to sue. I'm tired of being bored and unsatisfied and laying next to the likes of you. I'm so done that no amount of Mrs. Dash, Lori's, or Goya can get me through. Man, if he were a meal, he'd be so bland that my taste buds would reject him, making me spit it out like, pew. It's like, what's a girl to do? Because although he may be unseasoned, he is like a salad, necessary but not pleasing. I need what he is offering. So should I just shut up and mask my suffering and marry a man that may never really love me? Well, that sucks for me because this decision is not just unsettling, it's uncoupling. Because either way, I'm left with my stomach rumbling. Now, here I sit, choking on my words, nervous and fumbling with my emotions spilling over like a cauldron that's bubbling. Because focusing on you makes me sigh. Choosing you is like choosing a slice humbler than pie. And although you are a great guy, I cannot punish myself by keeping me unsatisfied. So this is a meal I'll have to deny. Unseasoned food is something that I'll never retry because I'm not ready just yet to let my taste buds die. All right, y'all. Thank you to those in the comments. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who tuned in today. Now, before I get out of here, there's something that I want to share that brought me so much delight this week. Okay. There is author, a young author. Her name is Camila Stevens. Okay. And she wrote a new book called, what is it, In My Skin or Skin? Honey, she is 13 and a half years old and just published her first book. Okay. If that doesn't make you run to Amazon and purchase this book, this young lady's book is called Skin. All right. She's 13 and a half. Her name is Camila Stevens. And this book really goes into how she feels as a person, and the skin that she's in, and accepting who she is. All right. I'm so grateful to have known this little girl. It's called My Skin. I'm sorry, My Skin. I'm so grateful to have this little girl out here, and we have to support her. We have to keep pushing young authors. We have to make sure that she feels loved and wanted and protected and promoted by us as a people. Okay. I am grateful that this young lady put out this book. Now let's go get it. It is on Amazon. It is on Target.com. It is on Walmart.com. It is on almost every platform. It is definitely on Amazon. So all you got to do is hit the search box, type in My Skin by Camilla Stevens, and that's Stevens with a PH, not an F, a PH, and go and get it. All right. I'm very excited. So, guys, this has been, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know it's been an hour. You've rocked with me through my technical difficulties. You sat with me with my guest and my new PA. Shout out to our set designer who got our fireplace and stuff over here. I am grateful that you guys have tuned in for another episode of the Hungry Poets TV. I am happy that you all are here, and I have one question for you. Have you fed your soul today? Now make sure you tune in next month on June 17th, because it's Pride Month, baby. And everything will be doubled. We have a two for two. We got two poets, we got two of everything. Okay. And it's going to be something to write home about. All right. So make sure you tune in next month. That is June 17th. And I will see you then. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to feed your soul this month.
Have you fed your soul today?
Hey, real quick, before you all log out, make sure to go follow the artists that are on here today. That's J Rose at my underscore crumble underscore thoughts. The musical artist is at Dopus Maximus, DOPEUSMAXIMUS. And the chef of the month, Cooking with Pat Lee. That's at Cooking with Pat Lee. Thanks. Peace.
Have you fed your soul today?